Alright, we're back. Number 2 this week. Now, the internet's a very toxic place. It's probably, it's probably not news to you if you are, regularly on the internet. Like, everyone just loves to shit on everyone else. Like, it seems like people just have nothing better to do with their lives than just talk shit and insult and whatever. And that's part of the reason why I definitely stopped commenting on Instagram on posts and getting caught up in threads, because I used to, like to just comment shit and, clap back at someone and whatever. And yeah, I ended up just filling up my notifications with people just hurling insults back. I might have an opinion on something and people just go, nah, you're a fucking idiot. You're wrong, all this stuff. And it's just like, holy shit. Like, you've got nothing better in your life to do than sit on Instagram and have arguments with other random people, some other random, probably halfway across the world, about some, random topic that, doesn't even matter. Like, the Jordan and LeBron debate is a great one. Like, people all have their own opinions, and the Jordan stans love to bash the LeBron stans about whatever, LeBron's record in the finals, and LeBron stans love to go at Jordan stans about fucking whatever. And I just sit there and go, why can't you just agree to disagree? Like, everyone's allowed to have an opinion. Why do you have to insult them and prove why you're right and they're wrong? Because it's honestly a sign of poor social skills, if you really think about it. Like, I read a while ago, probably nearly 12 months ago, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And one of the biggest things I took away from that book was, avoid arguments at all costs. Like, because it never ends well. And you're trying to prove you're right and someone's wrong, when even if you may do so, you may successfully prove you're right. Sorry, my fucking hair's pissing me off. I washed it last night, so it just doesn't sit right when it's clean. Anyways. Yeah, even if you do prove someone right, you're not actually going to change their mind. Like, people think you can change other people's opinions, but you can't. You can maybe prove, give some good facts and some good reasons as to why they might want to change their opinion on something, but you can't actually make them change their opinion. All you're going to do, and this is the thing with arguments, like, all you're going to do is either just start having a yelling match and not actually getting anywhere and end up just being bitter with each other, or B, one person does get their way and one person is bitter with the other person. If you quote unquote win an argument, you're actually not achieving anything. Your goal of trying to prove them wrong, while you may have done so, hasn't changed their opinion and has only made them build more resentment towards you. And that's why I've learned to just avoid arguments at all costs, because it's just an overall net negative. There's no benefit of arguing with anyone. You can have a conversation. You may have feel very passionate about something, and it may get a little bit intense, but just hurling abuse at the other person is not going to get you anywhere. And not only is that hurting, not helping not actually benefiting someone else, you become just this bitter, hateful person that's just, it doesn't even know how to be positive, and you kind of just get all, it becomes just something lighthearted on the internet, becomes super serious, and all of a sudden you take it into your everyday life, and then all of a sudden you've got all these problems just because you talk shit on the internet. And the other part of the title, it's only hurting your progress, is for that very reason. The key, the key to progressing and, becoming successful is keeping a positive mindset. Because that's the only way you're going to see through negative situations. Because they will come up, and it's how you deal with them that makes you successful. And if you're just going to be all shitty and resentful, then you're not going to get anywhere. You're going to go backwards even. So it's vital. I'll use the word vital to always just speak. You don't have to speak positively all the time, but insulting people and telling them directly to their face they're wrong is only going to negatively affect both or all parties involved. So if you do have a disagreement with someone, just keep it civilized. You can, there's ways of disagreeing or finding an outcome that both of you agree on without it just turning into a yelling match and getting completely off topic and bringing up something from 3 years ago that was completely irrelevant then, but is somehow for some reason now, just to get, the terminology that I've heard is points on the scoreboard in terms of an argument. Like, you try and find things to get against, to put against, for you on your scoreboard against them. And that's why people in relationships, they pull up things from the past just to get points on the scoreboard, even if they're completely irrelevant. And that's just the complete wrong way to go about a disagreement of some sort. So if you are, talking a lot of shit online and notice that your everyday life is kind of shit, then perhaps you should try just talking, being more positive. And go ahead, if you want to comment on Instagram comments, go for it. But do it in a respectful way, do it in a positive way, do it in a way that's going to, actually, you don't have to be best friends with everyone on the internet, but you don't actually have to bash someone's opinion. You don't have to tell someone they're bad because they're wrong, their opinion's different. They're wrong because their opinion's different. Now, I'm not saying that I'm perfect, and I'm not saying that everyone's opinion is valid, because there are such things as wrong opinions. And I don't give a fuck what you think. But there is. Sometimes what people believe is just wrong. Compared to the facts, is just wrong. And that's another way if you want to, again, respectfully, but if you're trying to establish, an outcome and you've got two differing opinions, the best way to do it is to just sit down, look at all the information you have, look at the facts, and just kind of just analyze from what you've got, what the best outcome is, rather than just, disagreeing with someone for the sake of disagreeing with someone because they got a different opinion. It's not going to get you anywhere. Do you think that's how executives decide on a business decision? No. They're not just going to yell and scream at each other in a meeting until, someone gives up or loses the argument. No. They've got their data, they've got their performance from certain indicators or whatever, or they've done their research. And they look at it and go, right, what's the best course of action for X? And then they put their heads together and use those differing opinions to, improve whatever they're trying to achieve. So yeah, stop hating on people, even in real life, on the internet, in general. Stop being a hater. Stop hating on people. Hate is it's a poison. It's a form of poison. So swap that hate with positivity, and you will make leaps and bounds in all areas of your life. If you're still here at the end of the video, I love you, and remember, life is what you make it.